Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, in today's video, we're going to go to two different fast charger stations. And we're going to go from 20% to 80% at both stations. And we're going to see how long it takes. The difference being, one of the stations is going to be 125 kW capable station, and the other is only going to be a 50 kW station. So we're going to see how big the difference is between the faster station and the slower station. So let's head over to this faster station first, up in Hobart, Oklahoma. It's supposed to be capable of 125 kW, so let's get up there and find out if it's going to be a lot faster or just a little bit faster. Alright, so we made it here to Hobart, Oklahoma. You can see the chargers just here outside my door. I'm going to get set up in just a minute. And there you go, we are right at 20%. So we're going to go from 20 to 80% here on this charger. Let me get things set up and we will get this experiment going. Okay, so an interesting problem. I think this station might be limited to 200 amps. So I'm not going to be able to get full power here. Even though it says it's a 125K station, maxing out at 70 kW because it's limited to 200 amps. So what this is telling me, I'm probably going to have to do a third station now that I know has a 350 amp max. I'm still going to do this station since I'm here, but I'm not going to get full power out of it since it has a 200 amp limit. So when this one says it can do 125 kW, that is at 1,000 volts probably. Let's check the sticker. Check the sticker back here. And yeah, 1,000 volts right there. Well, we've made it up to 50% and I'm still receiving 200 amps from this station. So I think I'm going to get to about 63% before we come off of its top charging speed. Alright guys, so at 69% we seem to be coming off 200 amps. My car maxed out this charger all the way till about 70%. Another way you could look at it is you will start throttling at 70%. Hey, there's a kitty. Hi, kitty. If you can leave and you're at a 200 amp charger like I am, 70% is going to be your target for a Mach-E. If you need more, you need more, but it's not throttling drastically. We're still pulling about 70 kW right now. Well, there it is, guys. We actually got there at 34 minutes and 35 seconds here on the 200 amp Francis Energy Power Electronics station. I'm going to go ahead and stay here a few extra seconds because this says the power is free, so why not? I have a decent charge rate, I think, up until actually 80%. It kind of falls off a cliff. I went from I don't know what I was at in the 60s to 34 kW. Let me switch over and see what the amperage is right now. So we are at 90 amps right now. That's what the car, even though it's free, I'm probably going to go ahead and pack it up from here. Our little experiment was a success. We learned here at the 200 amp station we can go from 20 to 80 in 34 minutes. And it is limited by the station at least through 70%. Alright, so that's about all. I'm going to stay here at this location. I got everything put away and our charging speed has went down to 34.7 kW, so not really much reason to stay here. I got reminded of something real quick about this station that's kind of cool. If you go to, anybody comes by and goes to press the stop button, they can't. It requires your RFID card to do it. You can't see that, but all you have to do is hit your RFID card down here, and then it says, I'm assuming that says charging stopped or finished. And there you have it. These are pretty nice stations here. Chatamo on one side and CCS on the other. And they're in a place to where you could pull a trailer in. Look, it's like all parking, roadside parking. And then you can just pull in and take this first one so you're not blocking both of them like I am. But obviously nobody's in this little town gonna care. But there you have it. The Power Electronics in Hobart, Oklahoma, 200 amp station. So I'll see y'all in the next video where we go to a different station and see how long it takes to go from 20% to 80%. Hey guys, well, it's the next day. It's actually kind of difficult to run your car down in one day, but I did it. So I am here just east of Lawton, Oklahoma. Well, I'm in Lawton, Oklahoma on Interstate 44 here. You can see that I have 65 miles of range remaining, 35%. So I'm gonna have to go up and down this highway here in a loop until I get my car down to 20. There is just right over there, BTC 350 amp unit. If you remember yesterday, I thought I was going to a fast charger that was going to max out my car, but it turns out it maxed out at 200 amps. So it added an extra stop to this video. So today I'm going to a 350 amp unit, and we're gonna see how long it takes my car to get from 20% to 80%. So by the end of this video, we'll have a 350 amp comparison, a 200 amp comparison, and a 50 kW, which I think is 125 amps. But we'll see that when we get there. So let me go ahead and run this battery down. We got a few miles to go until I'm at 20%. I'm gonna try to pull in right at 20%, but you know what, this is the real world. So bear with me just a little bit while I run this battery down. I will see y'all at the charger station, and we'll see how close I got to 20%. All right, so I made it to the charging station, and I'm not one of these people that can just get out and film my videos when people are around. It kind of bothers me when people are watching me. And there's a whole car full of people over there, and they're just kind of staring at me. But I did get here right at 20%. So here in just a second, we will be plugging in. All right. So I made it, like I said earlier. Thankfully, those people left, and I don't have to be Mr. Weird Guy over here talking to myself. If you've watched a lot of my videos, you'll recognize this site. I've been here quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get things started. And of course, in true Oklahoma fashion, it's about a 50-mile-an-hour wind today. So with these, you plug in first. So we are going to plug in first. Now it says show RFID card. And hopefully it will start up. We'll see what happens here. Initiating. While this is initiating, you can see here on the side, this is a BTC 350 model. It is capable of 350 amps. These are good clicky noises. We are starting. Let's, of course, I'm screen recording at the same time, so this is probably editor Crazy Postman probably already has this on the screen here. So car is only asking for 89 amps. What? Up here at the top says the charger is limited to 90 amps. Crapola. So we're gonna have to go ahead and stop this and try a different station. Man, Francis Energy has dropped the ball again. There's already this other station over here. If you look at this one, it says station unavailable, awaiting manufacturer parts. So that one's already down. This one is limited to 30 kW, 92 amps. Great. So let me just go ahead and move everything I just did over down to this one. Hopefully this one works. Let me get it all set up. There's the helicopter. He's flying at a pretty hard angle there. It is really windy here. I don't know if you can see the flag up there. Crazy windy. So this has messed my charging session up just a little bit because we were on that station for a minute, but I only got 30 kW, which I should get 100 kW in the first minute. So we're gonna have to figure that into the equation somehow here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this station to fire up. Hopefully it will. Turn on the time-lapse camera. And one-handed. Oh yeah. All right. Now we show our RFID card. Okay. Hopefully this station gives me more than 90 amps. Let's go in here and watch. All right. This is showing it is capable of 350. If you see here on the top of the phone, it says 350 amps. And the car is bumping up. It is up to 269. It's requesting 325. This 325 amps seems to be the max that my car will request. So we're receiving 114 kW right now and receiving 325 amps. So the Mach-E can almost max out one of these 350 amp stations, but not quite. And it'll only hold the 325 amps for 2 to 3 minutes. And then it'll start dipping because Ford has this weird charging strategy. So let's let this go and fast forward here, and we will see how many minutes we have to stay here. All right, we're getting close. We're at 30 minutes. 79%. We're receiving 54 kW. That's 144 amps. Let's see if we can get to 80 before it clicks off 30 minutes. There it is, 80%, 31 minutes. And the car just dropped to 92 amps. Wow. So let's go ahead and end that session. So there is our final results. You can see here 31 minutes, 41.6 kilowatt hours added. Over here on the other side, there's these Telus power units. And I just wanted to point out their max output rating is 140 amps. If you can see that right there, 140 amps. So I wouldn't even be benefiting from them, even at mid 70% range. I would still be maxing them out. Well, that's it from windy Lawton, Oklahoma. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the 50 kW station, and we'll see how long it takes at the 50 kW. I imagine it will be a bigger than 4-minute difference like it was between the 350 and the 200 amp station. I imagine the 50 kW station is going to be 10 or 20 minutes longer. I don't know. I hate to guess, but I will see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, well, it's the next day and I'm on my way to the 50 kW station in Frederick, Oklahoma. There is one little snafu. I forgot my RFID card, so I'm going to have to rely on the app, which kind of worries me just slightly, because Francis is going through this system upgrade and I'm not sure if the app is still going to work or if I'll have to go through their website. Not sure. So you can look here and it says I am 34 miles away. I should get there at 26%. So we're gonna have to do a few loop-de-loos before we get there, because remember, I want to get there at 20%. So I got 81 miles of range, 34 miles till we get there, and I need to be at 20% when I get there. So hopefully I'll be able to activate the station with my app. If not, I'm going to be in trouble because I will be 40 miles away from my house with only 20% battery. I should be able to get home if that happens. Let me change lanes here. I should be able to get home if that happens, but I probably won't be able to go 70. I'll have to pitter-putt like 45, 50 mile an hour to make it home. So hopefully the app works fine when I get there. I'm just beating myself up because I forgot my stupid RFID card. So we're gonna see if we can get this to work. I got a phone in my hand, a camera in my hand, and another camera over here. So let's go ahead and start this one. We need to plug in first. So let's take this. Oh crap. Just hit my camera. And plugged in. Okay. Station's telling me to do my RFID card or scan the thing. I just scanned the thing. It says preparing. Is it gonna work or is it not gonna work? Still says preparing. This is what I get for not bringing my RFID card. The car doesn't say anything. The app still just says preparing. Initiating. Oh, there's some kind of, this is in a technician mode here. That's kind of cool. All right. So technician mode in full effect. So you can see that it shows you the amperage. Present current, 118 amps, 350 volts. And the vehicle is requesting all of it. Over here. Says 119 amps. And that's what basically what this thing is showing here too. Vehicle requesting 119 and it's getting 118. That is basically exactly what's happening here. I really want to push this modules button here and see what happens. It's kind of neat that this machine is in technician mode, but I wonder if I started pushing buttons, Francis might get mad at me. I don't want Francis mad at me. It's giving her all she's got right now, and we're receiving full power from this 50 kW BTC power here. This is a 5208 model, I do believe. Yeah, model L3S4 5208. And down here it shows it's capable of only 500 volts. So something that's important to know about these 500 volt stations here, like this BTC 208 here, a 800 volt car cannot charge here. It will just error out and it won't charge. So that is something to keep in mind if you drive a Kia EV6, Hyundai Ioniq 5. You will not be able to charge at a station like this. So, you know, that's just the downside of these cheap stations. And I say they're cheap, they're not cheap, but they are a lot cheaper than the 500 amp DC stations to put in, because you don't need any fancy power. You just got to have a you know, a parking space, and all the electronics are built in, and then it just connects up there on the pole. You got a power right there, and that's all you need. So it is a cheap install as DC fast chargers go. So now me and my partner are just gonna wait. Duck's in there chilling right now. Are you just chilling? He's just chilling. So we're just gonna let this charge now and see how long it takes. The 200 amp station, if you remember, was 34 minutes. The 350 amp station was 30 minutes. How much longer is it gonna take at 120 amps? We'll find out in just a little bit. All right, so we are humming along here. It's been 18 minutes. We're still at top amperage, which looks like 118 amps, even though the station is able to put out 120. Not sure why it's saving those extra 2 amps, but whatever. We're getting 42 kW right now at 40%. Now, a couple things I've noticed here. This is the site. Of course, we got the standard BTC screen burn-in. These circles are pretty much on every BTC station that's in the sun. But another thing I found over here, of course, we got the vents open. Car sucking in some air down there. Look at this thing over here. What do you think this is down here? It's like a little troll or a gnome. What do y'all think that is? Is this one of them geocaches? Is that something somebody's supposed to find here at the charging station? Anyway, looks like we're gonna be here for a while. One of the things I just thought about yesterday when I charged at the 350 amp and it took 30 minutes, I'm paying the same per minute rate here at this slower station. So today's charge is going to cost me a lot more, even though the station, the value of this site here, is costing Francis Energy less to provide me power. When all is said and done, we'll compare the totals between yesterday's 350 amp station and today's 120 amp station, and it's going to end up costing quite a bit more. Dang loud fossils. So we'll continue charging here and I will get back with y'all. If it took 20 minutes to go from 20 to 40, it's probably going to take at least another 20 minutes to go from 40 to 80. So it looks like I'm estimating being here about 40 minutes, but we will see what happens. Duck is ready to go. Are you ready to go? You have to wait till Daddy's done here. All right. Well, I've been here for flipping forever, and looky there, it's starting to rain. I don't know if the camera will focus on the raindrops, but we're starting to get some rain now. I don't want to tell you the final answer yet because we are still charging. I don't know if this will give it away, but we're only at 74% and we still got 10 minutes to go. It says it'll be done at 5:33, and it's 5:23 right now. So this is gonna cost me a freaking arm and a leg. So we are done here at Frederick, Oklahoma. I don't want to show the final time because we will talk about that in just a second. Interesting screen over there on the side. But we are done charging and we got 40.09 kilowatt hours. I'm gonna go ahead and do Francis Energy a solid here and ruin it for the next guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn off tech mode. There you go. Francis, your machine is secure for the next person. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye from Frederick, Oklahoma. Where's the duck? Is he back there? There he is. Goodbye. And I will see y'all in the editing bay. I'll do a voiceover to finish this video out. Well, you made it to the end of the video. Let's go over the final results. You'll have to excuse my graphs here. No fancy sets and graphics here on the Crazy Postman channel. So you can see the three stations here, the 50 kW 125 amp, the 125 kW 200 amp, and the 200 kW 350 amp. So let's start with the big boy down there on the right side. So you can see it took 31 minutes for me to fill my car up from 20 to 80%. We used 41.6 kilowatt hours of energy, and that cost me a grand total of $13.26. So now moving on to the middle of the road station, we got the 125 200 amp station. Now that took me 34 minutes to go from 20 to 80%. We ended up putting 40.3 kilowatt hours in, and that station was completely free for some reason. Not sure who covered the electricity cost for that, if it happens to be the city of Hobart or Francis Energy just hasn't figured out their billing for that station yet. But so now let's move on to the little guy, the 50 kW 125 amp station. This guy took me a whopping 57 minutes to go from 20 to 80%. We ended up putting in 40.7 kilowatt hours with a wallet crushing $23.39 for the bill. Now we can look at the price per kilowatt hour here. On the fast station, it was 31 cents a kilowatt hour, but on the slow station, it ended up being 57 cents per kilowatt hour. Whew! That one was kind of pricey. So thanks for watching this episode, and I will see y'all in the next one.